What's up, everybody? Today we're going to talk brand battle. Boom, boom. You guys requested the Japanese brand battle. What I thought, I'm going to give it to you. This is going to be fun. So the three that we're going to do is Suzuki, Yamaha, Honda. All right, that's what we're going to do. And we're talking brand battle of modern day. We're talking today's era, not 10 years ago, not even 5 years ago. We're talking like within the last 2 or 3 years of what's going on and where we're at today with these brands. Here we go. So let's talk reliability. They're all reliable. The Japanese motors are reliable. I'm very pleased with Japanese engines in the aspect of how they're built, the fasteners they use, the quality of parts they use, all of that stuff. Up here in the north, I haven't seen much problems. Now down in the south, I think you guys got a little bit more problems with salt water and some other issues. But I don't know what that was. Might have been a frog. But up here in the north, like I was telling Jordan, the producer today, we were talking about like in the late 90s into 2000, there wasn't many Yamahas even up here. They were just starting to come around up here, if you can believe that. And we didn't have any Suzukis for sure. And we had a light introduction of Honda. We had a Honda dealer, so we had a light introduction of Honda up in here, but no big horsepower, no big horsepower. So we were seeing the smaller Hondas, then we started seeing some smaller Yamahas come around when the carbureted stuff started happening. We still hadn't had no Suzukis. So up here, it was between Honda and Yamaha. Reliability was still great for both of them. Then I think, now I don't know about globally, I can't comment globally, or I can't even comment nationwide because I know when I would go down south, there'd be a lot of Yamahas. Like it was thick Yamaha down there. So some of you guys might see this and go, well, we had Yamaha. Well, our Yamaha was in the lead down there. I can't tell you in the early seasons here of probably within the last 3 years, it's been like this, everybody on Japanese. And I think all around you'll see that. I think you'll see Yamaha's probably in control nationwide, local or recently. I think that now that the favorite blue motor is gone, I think that you're going to see Suzuki jump into the big three. When I say the big three, now it's Mercury, Yamaha, and Suzuki. Honda is there, but Honda is just, I think, reliable. I believe they're reliable. When I'm looking at the bass boats and I'm looking on the performance side of things, it is still Yamaha and some Suzuki when it comes to the SS. Now, I know you guys are going to say there's no way that the Suzuki can keep up with the Yamaha, la-di-da-di-da, this, that, and the other. I'm just putting these 250 SSs on some of these big champions and some of these other boats and even some Rangers, and we're starting to get some serious results out of some of these things when it comes to propping, when it comes to everything else. So I'm going to tell you right now that Suzuki's not far behind. They're going to be, when it comes to performance, they're going to be right there within a year, if not maybe a little less. They're going to be right there. You're going to start seeing more and more of them matte black SSs laying around. But I think the SHO is going to, when I'm taking the battle, I think the SHO is going to take it. It's going to take the performance. It's going to take the performance side because of what they're doing. Now, I'm a Suzuki guy. I like Suzukis. But I don't have many frowns about that SHO. I mean, they're a quality product. They run. They do a good job. I know the early stages they had some issues. I think we cleared them up. Bearings falling apart. I think it was the upper main bearing dumped the bearing into the number one cylinder to fall apart or something like that. I think we had one, I know we had one that cashed a bearing. But like I said, recent time, right now, like we're talking today, it's Yamaha, Suzuki, performance. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. I got like Yamaha here and I'm like half of a finger away with Suzuki right now. And I got Honda below them in performance. When I say performance, I'm saying wide open, making boats go fast. Honda's not there. They're just not there yet. But when it comes to small motors, competition-wise, that is a neck and neck battle. I have sold some 50 horsepower Suzukis to guys that had 50 horsepower Hondas and Yamahas, and they love that Suzuki. They absolutely love that 50-40. I've sold a 25 to a guy that had a Yamaha, he got rid of his Yamaha because it was just getting old. He said that the Suzuki was just a little slower, okay, but he loves his motor. So when it comes to reliability, from the putt-putt motor up to performance, the Japanese people have created a tipping point that I think it's really high. I mean, their quality of product is extremely good. But back to modern day battle, it is Yamaha, it is Suzuki, it is Honda. That's the way I look at it. And if you don't like the way I'm looking at it, let me know, because I like that. I like when people comment and say, well, I like to hear that stuff. We like to hear that stuff. But we're doing this because we've been requested to give you what we feel, what we see. We don't have a lot of service work on Japanese. I mean, you get your smaller ones that you get fuel pumps because they sat around. You don't ever do ignition work on them Japanese motors. You do some gear case work, but when it comes to, fuel pumps, that's usually from sitting around or watering the gas, changing spark plugs. You just get reliability with Japanese outboards. That's the way it is. So in the end, from the boxing match, you're gonna have, I think it's gonna be performance-wise, it's gonna be Suzuki and Yamaha beating the crap out of each other, like black and blue eyes, bloody lips, and bloody noses. And Honda's just gonna be comfortable with just kind of staying outside the ring. And then when it comes to small motors, I think they're all in there like witch kicking and swinging swords, punching each other, maybe doing some uppercuts and fighting and battling. And in the end, I think they're all gonna be laying flat on their back because they just beat the hell out of each other because they were all so competitive when it came to the small motor aspect of things. I think it just would be unbelievable. I mean, they're all run. They just run. They just want to go boating. I mean, turnkey, vroom, start, let's go. I mean, that's what they do. Four-stroke technology is, I think, Japanese technology. They just seem to understand how to build quality. So, for all you Mercury guys, we're not talking about your stuff today. For all you Evinrude guys, well, sorry. But that's what we're talking about. We're talking about the Japanese brands. If you got questions, you got comments, definitely write it down, get me a deal. So I think in the end, I've said it before, I'm gonna say it again, it's Yamaha, Suzuki, Honda. Performance, top end, big horsepower, it is Suzuki and Yamaha beating the crap out of each other. Small horsepower, 25, 50, 60, 70. I think there's a battle right there between all of them. Then you get into the 100 horse and bigger, that's a battle too. That's a strong, that's like the smaller horsepower. Once we get past 200, that's when Yamaha, Suzuki kind of drift on their own, I feel. So that's my deal. Yamaha's got it, Suzuki's like right here, Honda's down here when it comes to it in my eyes. So, like always, make sure you comment, give me some feedback, I like to hear it. If you want to hear another battle, let me know. I'd like to talk about some more stuff. I don't care about boats. I don't golf, so don't talk about golf clubs. I'm a big basketball guy, so if you want to talk about Nikes versus Adidas or any of that type of stuff, I'd like to do that. But hey, that's all I know. Like always, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell to witness the madness that I call speed, money, and no brakes. Peace.